What's up, everybody? It's your boy Toxeyboyo coming at you with another death battle reaction because, to be quite frank with you, you guys respond more to this than anything else on the channel, at least right now. I'm okay with that, but you know, I do put some effort into those other videos, right? So let's make a deal, right? I will continue to give you these reaction videos to these death battles at least once a week, but here's what I want you to do for me in return. I just want you to engage with the content. You know, I just want you to leave a like or a dislike. I really don't care which one. I want you to comment whether I'm stupid or whether you agree with my take on the battle, if you agree with the outcome of the battle, whatever. Subscribe if you want more content, please. I would really like, I know it's like a crazy thing to say so late into the year, but I would really like to hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the year. And I think that, you know, as long as I'm motivated to be giving you guys regular content on a consistent basis, I think that is possible. Because there's a lot of videos that I do still want to put out. But honestly, sometimes it's just hard for me to like get motivated to start doing that type of stuff again while having a full-time job. But we got some days off, so I'm going to focus really hard these next couple days on getting you guys good content. I'm going to record a bunch of videos for you guys today. And later on, we're going to stream. I'm probably going to play some Rainbow Six Siege. But as you can see here, all right, it's 12 noon. All right, so I'm going to be recording for quite a while. Today, we've got Sephiroth versus Vergil. Okay, this is a topic that's pretty interesting to me because, again, it's been so long since I've seen the video. Maybe I've even liked it. I haven't. It's been so long since I've seen this one that I could not tell you off the top of my head who wins this battle. It's been so long, I legitimately have no memory of it. But I know almost everything about Devil May Cry, and I know quite a lot about Final Fantasy VII, having played the original game, Dirge of Cerberus, Crisis Core. I've seen Advent Children, I've played Remake, and I've played through most of Rebirth. So I know quite a lot about Sephiroth and what he's capable of. I know everything about Vergil and what he's capable of because I've played all 6 games, and he's really only present in 3 of them. So, but depending on, so this is 8 years ago. Okay, so the most recent appearance that Vergil had made by the time this video came out was in the reboot, but I highly doubt they're going to use that to scale Vergil here. But you know what we like to do around here. We skip the preamble. You know what? Let's not. Let's watch this whole thing because you guys like to get mad when I skip the preamble. So I'm going to do this for you guys one time.
The measure of a man is what he does with power.
So we're talking about Vergil. Oh, well, that's fair.
Sephiroth, the fearsome one-winged angel of Final Fantasy.
Looks like his Kingdom Hearts render, no? Isn't that what he looks like in Kingdom Hearts? Am I crazy?
One-winged angel of Final Fantasy.
Drink a Target brand bottled water. I don't drink tap water.
It's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills
to
find out who would win a death battle.
Interesting. Reusing like spin-off games that they appeared in.
Through the millennia, legends were passed of a source of unlimited energy, the Promised Land. Unfortunately, all hope of finding this sacred ground had been lost, until the Shinra Electric Power Company excavated the remains of a being believed to hail from the very land they sought.
They called this weird naked purple lady Jenova.
Jenova.
That if they could bring her back to life, she could help them find the Promised Land. But apparently, they just didn't have any Phoenix Downs.
If they couldn't resurrect a being who could lead them to the Promised Land, Shinra decided they would simply create their own. After many experiments infusing Jenova's cells with those of a human, they finally...
It's been a long time since I've watched one of these things from the very beginning. I guess I forgot that they, like, give the lore of the character. I'm not really interested in that. I kind of just want to get to the scaling. Like, I know Sephiroth's origin. He's 6'1", 165 pounds. 6'1", 165 pounds. That doesn't sound right to me, okay? 165 pounds is like a little bit heavier than like Conor McGregor's typical fight weight, right? Like, actually, Conor McGregor's most recent fight against Max Holloway a couple weeks ago was at welterweight, right? So he was 170 pounds. Conor McGregor's 5'9". He was heavier there at weigh-ins, not even at the fight. Obviously, he was heavier at the fight, but like he was heavier at weigh-ins than Sephiroth is at roughly 4 inches shorter. I don't think so. I have to feel. I have to feel like Sephiroth is at least 180.
Why do you know that? Did you join his fan club or something?
For research. But Shinra wasn't interested in Sephiroth for his hair. Instead, he was an essential part of their soldier program.
Wait, this electric company has their own private military? I'd hate to miss a payment with those guys, especially if they send
Could you
Seth
imagine?
after me. I mean, look at the ridiculously long sword he keeps with him.
That is Masamune.
This 7'2" behemoth of a blade is a lot like
God. Look how long that sword is, dude. It's crazy.
the no-dachi swords they used back in feudal Japan. But instead of wielding something long with two hands like those, Sephiroth only needs one.
Even that speaks nothing of his effectiveness as a warrior.
Yeah, you know when people spread legends of
And you had to have like special training to use the Odachi.
he really is?
An average samurai could not pick that shit up and start swinging it.
With his superhuman speed, strength, and durability, Sephiroth was
I can't even imagine how much that sword weighs. What, like 40
in
pounds?
the Wutai War, conquering the last free nation on the planet. He returned home a legend.
But all those warm, fuzzy feelings of victory didn't last long. While on a mission to the town of Nibelheim, Sephiroth
I think like that's also part of the reason that I usually skip that, because like, I mean, dude, we're 4 minutes into this 21-minute video, and we're still talking about his backstory.
To the most dangerous
Tell me what he can
being
do.
on the planet. He's strong enough to throw a man hundreds of feet skyward, move at supersonic speeds, and withstand brutal stab wounds through vital organs.
He's got illusion powers that can trick people by creating an entirely fake scenario. He can lift people with his mind, including himself, and then he can just fly. That's how it works, right?
Additionally, Sephiroth can cast magic thanks to his on-hand materia. Materia is crystallized life energy, which grants
Materia is composed of energy from the planet. After submerging into the life stream, Sephiroth no longer needs materia to cast magical techniques. Spoilers.
the type of materia used.
I'm gonna go back to playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I don't know, I got sick of it, but I want to play Revelation, and I can't just, you know, roll into that.
Himself with cure and regen. And ever since jumping into the life stream, he's had unlimited access to his magical powers.
With his new godlike abilities, Sephiroth began a plan to stop mankind from drying up the planet's life force.
That doesn't sound so scary. Does that mean he's an environmentalist, or...?
But to do this, he decided to use black materia to summon a giant meteor to destroy the planet and absorb all of its life energy for himself.
So, like, an opposite environmentalist. A planet vampire. I mean, we're talking about a guy who kicked a dude through solid concrete, murdered the crap out of a 30-foot serpent with a spike through the face, and tanked a dragon's flamethrower attack without even getting a teensy bit hurt.
A particularly impressive feat considering this attack was capable of one-shotting fellow soldier Zag Fair.
Oh, Wiz, you may need to up your prescription, because that's definitely Cloud.
No, Cloud was just recalling false memories there. It was really Zack. However, it was Cloud who impaled Sephiroth pre-livestream with the Buster Sword.
God, is it huge? It's like 2 feet wide. Take a step.
There's a... I mean, got killed, but then got better. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot about a lot about Cloud's character and his backstory that's pretty tragic. Maybe we'll do Cloud versus Link after this one. I was kind of thinking about doing Dante versus Bayonetta, since we're looking at his brother today.
These forms greatly resemble certain creatures found in Christian.
Sephiroth refers to the 10 manifestations of God. The live stream itself is very similar to the Gnostic concept of the Absolute. Dude, I can't read.
Regardless, Sephiroth does possess a single black wing, a blatant symbol of his fall from grace.
So basically, Final Fantasy does everything it can to not be subtle. Just like Sephiroth's most
That's fair.
devastating attack, Supernova, which decimates an entire solar system. Wait, if Seph is that powerful, how does anyone ever beat him?
Don't get the wrong idea here. There's a lot of debate over how Supernova actually works. But I think it's pretty clear that Sephiroth isn't creating the explosion himself. Rather, he's transporting his foes to a specific point in time within an alternate dimension.
Careful, Wiz, don't sell him short.
Just look at it. When he uses the attack, reality literally crumbles away like glass. This is identical to the animation for certain summon creatures.
Huh.
According to the official Crisis Core Complete Guide, summons draw their targets into their own space in order to attack. And this is no different in the Dissidia fighting game.
That's a good point. I never really thought about Supernova that way.
Sephiroth goes for the Sybil approach and opens a dimensional hole to the explosion. The attack is even described as sending destruction even into other dimensions. And if he could summon planet-busting meteors at will, why did he go
I like Dissidia quite a lot.
like materia, which literally summons meteors?
That would explain why the supernova doesn't hurt him. He's not really there, just using those illusion powers of his. With all these powers, I can't believe Cloud and friends were able to take him down.
He's not invincible, but he's damn powerful. Ever persistent, Sephiroth departed with a final, chilling promise.
I will never be a memory.
Why does he sound so bored?
2,000 years ago, a great mutiny transpired in the underworld. The demon warrior Sparta rebelled against his evil master, Mundus. To protect the world,
I particularly love the title crawl at the beginning of the first Devil May Cry game, because when I first played this on a CRT TV in like, what, 2007 when I played it for the first time, I couldn't read that shit. I'm like, like, even now, I think it's because I know what it says that I can read it, but like, that is some tricky font. We're gonna, what do we have here? 6'4", 100, 6'4", 6'4", 182 pounds. Are these guys even eating? What's going on? Son of Sparta, half human, half demon, master of Iaijutsu. I don't know what that is. Became Nello Angelo. Was once robbed after losing a drinking game. Okay. So when I said I know everything about Vergil, I guess I should disclaim that I have not read like all the light novels and everything like that, because let's do it too much. So I guess I don't know everything.
Just like his pops. As a half-demon, Vergil can jump several times his own height, move at supersonic speeds, and heal himself quickly.
Vergil's super fast.
He can tough out getting stabbed through the lungs,
There he is.
intestines, the heart, bloody parts I'm pretty sure most people need.
Not if my experiment has anything to say about it.
You
All
say
right.
something, Wiz?
I said not if Vergil's abilities have anything to say about it.
Well, sadly, for any human demon or human demon who gets in his way, Vergil also happens to carry some extra deadly weapons on hand, including a spiffy katana called Tomato.
The Yamato.
It's said that this sword can cut through anything, even dimensions, and probably tomatoes. Actually, Yamato is the exact thing Sparta used in dimensions, and probably tomatoes.
Limbo. I was gonna say, like, is this based on the reboot? It is. Like, this art style is 100% the Ninja Theory art style, and we're talking about Limbo. All right.
Actually, Yamato is the exact thing Sparta used to seal hell from Earth in the first place.
Vergil's sword fighting prowess draws from his Dark Slayer fighting style, which emphasizes teleportation, lightning quick movements, and even quicker slashes straight from the sheath. This technique is directly influenced by Iaijutsu, the real-life Japanese art of the quick draw. And thanks to Vergil's demonic powers, he can attack so fast the blade seems invisible.
And the only thing better than fighting with one sword is fighting with 8. With Vergil's ghostly summoned swords, he can turn himself into a living Beyblade, fire them like a machine gun, or...
Summon swords is so fun to use.
Blades may be
I love playing as Vergil.
but if he needs to focus on
Not so much in DMC 4, but in 3 and 5, I have a lot of fun with them.
punches and kicks that hit like a cement truck made of lead and KO some of the toughest demons in just a few hits. And hey, looks like he digs Street Fighter.
There's one more trick up Vergil's sleeve. Thanks to
It
his
is
demon
Capcom.
blood, he can access a form known as Devil Trigger. And this mode amplifies everything.
His strength, speed, and healing all get a huge boost.
Lunar Phase.
Plus, he
I
just
can't
looks badass.
think of what Lunar Phase
In his
looks like.
quest to become as powerful as his father, He's taken down dozens of demons in the blink of an eye and escaped.
I mean, who doesn't love Judgment Cut, though, right?
Which makes normal people go crazy.
But if anything's gonna show off what a son of Sparta can really do, it's pitting him against his bro. Sure, Vergil can easily avoid Dante's bullets, but why dodge them when you can spin your sword, line them all up, and fire them back?
That shit is so like so fire, to be honest.
Created a 12-foot diameter open space in a heavy rainstorm with nothing but their
I love Devil May Cry 3.
On average, storms can fill
I should stream that.
space with as many as 30 raindrops. So, Vergil and Dante must have destroyed 108,000 raindrops in less than a second.
If Vergil can swing his sword that fast, I bet he'd make a killing mowing lawns, or chopping meat at the deli, or giving haircuts, or doing that thing where he chops bad guys to pieces so fast they don't even realize they're dead yet. Like when he fought Beowulf. The monster, not the weapon. And then he punched him so hard he flew 55 feet up and hit the ceiling.
When comparing Beowulf's size to Vergil, he appears to be as large as an elephant. Given what's available, this seems like our best measure of Vergil's strength, but there is one issue. The Devil May Cry series makes frequent use of slow motion to depict the absurdity of these characters, and this could be a similar case.
So let's look at another
True.
slow feat, the rainstorm fight.
At one point, the rain freezes in place for about 2.5 seconds as Vergil and Dante keep moving, indicating a 14,500% speed increase in real
Jesus.
time. Applying the same degree to the Beowulf punch gives us an acceleration speed of about 4,882 feet per second. With that in mind, we can apply our previous data to deduce the maximum height sans ceiling, and determine Vergil's striking strength to be nearly 720 million newtons of force.
That's a lot.
It matches Vergil's incredible toughness.
Am I tripping? Did Vergil use Beowulf to defeat Beowulf?
A 14,500% speed increase in real time. Applying the same degree to the Beowulf punch gives
He's wearing Beowulf. Am I not remembering how the cutscene plays out?
Speed of about 4,882
Who's talking to me?
With that in mind, we can apply our previous data to deduce the maximum height sans ceiling, and determine Vergil's striking strength to be nearly 720 million newtons of force.
That's a lot.
Vergil scales to Dante, who blocked a punch from the Savior, assuming limestone composition and generously measuring the punch's speed and distance. That was only about 1/2 of the force of Vergil's Beowulf punch. I mean, obviously they can't use Devil May Cry 5 to scale Vergil. So, considering that Vergil does not technically appear in DMC4, I'm wondering, is that Dante's most impressive feat, though, in that game? Because I assume that Dante and Vergil stay pretty much equal to each other up until Devil May Cry 5. I think that Dante getting Sin Devil Trigger is like the thing that finally puts him way ahead, because you know, despite having been in a coma for the past 2 months and pretty much fighting non-stop for the last 8 or so hours and being pretty much totally exhausted, Dante is still pretty like handily defeating Vergil, I think, but I don't know. You can still say that they're equal if you want, but I don't think it matters.
Vergil once got completely cut in half, but healed so fast that it's impossible to even notice.
And his regeneration ability can be worn down.
Yeah, that's how this weird jester...
I don't know if that's meant to say that he got cut in half. I think it's meant to just say he lost the clash.
Just use Yamato to hop through dimensions to get away.
He's so sauceless.
Got to rule the demon realm like he wanted.
Instead, the Demon King Mundus permanently transformed Vergil into his puppet, irreversibly manipulating his mind in the process.
And then Dante kind of, exploded him. But 1 or 2 losses against someone who's basically goddamn Satan hardly makes him a weakling.
Hell and Earth trembles before the power of Vergil.
It'll be fun to fight with the prince of darkness. If my father did it, I should be able to do.
Well, we know how that went.
All right, the
All right.
commanders are set. Let's
20
end
minutes
this
in.
debate once and for all.
But before we get to the bloody slicing and dicing, pick up some Blue Apron and slice and dice in your kitchen.
Go home and rest.
Delicious
These week
work. New
plan.
favorite month. Check out
Look, get your bread, but goddamn it, ooh, they look weird. Or at least Vergil looks really weird here.
You
He also looks weird. All right.
I can see it.
Who are you?
I know that nobody sounds like Dan Southworth, but damn it,
Or despair.
I did not love that Vergil voice. Yeah, even Force Edge too. Why not? Their models are so stiff, you know. I wonder. I did sometimes wonder what the budget is for these battles.
But are you fast enough?
Like, is that Mike Matei who's doing the voice?
Don't move.
I suppose it can't be helped.
Pretty cool.
They're fake. Stop wasting my time.
I wonder if he's supposed to look more like himself in like MVC 3 or in Devil May Cry 4, because it's not quite the exact same, I don't think, right? Because the special edition of DMC4, which actually finally lets you play as Vergil, came out in like 2015, right? So this would have to be... I don't know.
Behold the truth.
What is that?
Super. No.
I'm going to say at this point in the battle, if I were to try to predict who I think should win, I feel like it has to be Sephiroth, right? Like, he has, like, reality warping powers. Like, I love Vergil, I really do, but, like, you know, nobody in Devil May Cry is really doing that. Vergil's impossibly fast, sure, but, like, Sephiroth has such crazy hacks.
I saw you could pierce the fabric of our dimension, so I cast an illusion to disguise this. Witness oblivion.
I don't know about that.
Free.
But also, I know that their healing factors can absolutely be overwhelmed. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say like that looks like it would be what it takes to overload his healing factor.
These two were extremely powerful swordsmen, but Sephiroth's cunning and stronger abilities led to his victory.
Wait a minute, I thought the lore said Vergil's sword could cut through anything. Why didn't it cut through Sephiroth's sword?
Yamato was a unique weapon, but its legend clearly exaggerated. On multiple occasions, it's clashed with Dante's blade and even a common rocket launcher without cutting through either, and sometimes requires an exuberant amount of force to cut through tougher material. But let's discuss the real facts.
Like strength. So Vergil with Beowulf could do 720 million newtons, right? But there aren't a lot of good Sephi strength feats to compare.
First, let's compare Sephiroth to a fellow first-class member of the soldier fighting force, who had also been experimented on with Genova cells, Zack Fair.
Remember him? He's the Knot Cloud guy who fought that dragon.
At his peak, Zack could cut through a large metal door with one swing, seemingly with most of his strength. Given the size and width of the door, this feat's sheer strength comes out to 980 million newtons.
And Seph
Okay.
was way stronger than Zack. In fact, if we look at their strength stats when they fought that dragon, Sephiroth was 3.5 times stronger than Zack.
Putting Sephiroth's strength output at over 3 billion newtons. That's almost as much force as 30 Hiroshima bombs.
It's an interesting way to calculate that, I think.
Vergil was technically faster than Sephi, but Sephiroth has handled people of similar speeds before. Plus, Sephiroth could survive plenty of hits because his healing power is broken.
The capabilities of Vergil's healing factor was nearly unprecedented, but it had its limits. In
Yeah.
contrast, Sephiroth's healing abilities were only limited by his pool of magic, which was unlimited.
Well, he also had to take some time to cast each healing spell, but that's why he distracted Vergil with his illusions.
We know Vergil was susceptible to illusionary and mental attacks, as it's had
True.
to do him multiple times and even led to his in-canon demise.
And Sephiroth's illusions could hide his ultimate technique. Yeah, Vergil's healing.
Oh yeah, because I mean, at this point in time, when did this come out? Is this before? Yes, this is before DMC5 even got announced. So, yeah, yeah, at that point in time, Vergil hadn't made an appearance post Devil May Cry 1, so I guess that did count as his demise.
It was pretty awesome, but it was never gonna hold up under an exploding sun to the face.
Vergil put up a good fight, but he couldn't match Sephiroth's superior strength, magic, and techniques.
Looks like this devil's cried for the last time.
The winner is Sephiroth.
Yeah, I can't really disagree with that one too much. Like I said, I love Vergil. He is my favorite character in Devil May Cry, and I don't own any swords because that's kind of lame, but if I did, it would be, well, first would be Tensa's Zangetsu. Second would be the Yamato. And then third, if I really felt the need, maybe Sasuke's sword from when he was part of, when he was like, from like the beginning of Shippuden. I think he gets a new sword as an adult that's a little bit more sauceless, but that's alright. Point is, yeah, I mean, Sephiroth has stuff going on that, like, the only reason he is beatable is because he's a boss fight in a video game. Like, lore-wise, there should be nothing that even comes close to him. And, yeah, I just, like, as much as I love Vergil, there's really nothing in his kit that can compare. But do you agree with the outcome of this battle? Do you think that they should revisit it now that there's another Devil May Cry game? Whatever you think, whatever it is, comment below and educate me, and tell me what other death battles you'd like to see me react to. And again, please subscribe if you're new. Alright, I'll see you later.